All right, good morning, Cyber Traders. Happy Wednesday here. Oh, actually, no, Wednesday. It's Thursday. My God, the days are I'm losing days with what's going on with the market with you. How's everybody doing this morning? Good to see you all, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me tell you what a great day we had yesterday. I'm gonna wait till I show you some of the stocks. If you've been here for the first time, you missed a really good show yesterday. Holy crap, we had some good stocks that made some big moves, and guess what? Some of them are still continuing this morning. I'm just writing them down right now, a couple of them, so I can give you guys a heads up on what's going on. I want to start off with this one stock right here, IGC. So for some of you here, I'm just going to post this up here on YouTube and Facebook Live. This was actually the morning watch list, so everyone there could basically see what that is right there. That was that watch list that came at 7:45, and I'm going to post that up here also for everyone there. That was actually the watch list, and the big winner was obviously this IGC. And then we'll talk about the NURO again because the NURO is also making a big move again. So we're going to keep an eye on that one too. But this one, IGC, I mean, it was funny. I was just looking at the news. We posted the news on it. It's like, really? That was the news regarding about one person? But Alzheimer's is pretty big news when it comes to that. But we're going to look at some of them. Some of the stocks that were on the morning watch list, some of them panned out, some of them like crapped out. But there are some good stocks. But this stock is just doing absolutely phenomenal. Now, if you were here when you were supposed to be here at 7:45 and you watched it right around 260, you know what I mean? You're did pretty damn good right now on that trade. And you know what? If you got out at like $3, you had like, I don't know, a few thousand shares, you probably should be done for the day. Who cares it went to 4? You know what I mean? It's all about making a day's pay because you know what? Every day, is a new adventure at Cyber Trade University. And I want to start off talking about another stock that we traded that was pretty good, which was the other one that we had, the NURO, the NURO. So NURO's moving again also. So NURO, this was absolutely off the charts. So let me take this off so you guys could see this on YouTube because you're probably missing that. So right here, NURO was just an unbelievable stock. This stock just got halted. We were trading this stock for the past 2 days. You could see right here, stock started around $4. It had a great run. It ran literally all the way up to about 12. And then the following day, it gapped up. And I was going bonkers when I saw this stock. When we were doing the meeting at 9 o'clock, it was right here at 1560, and it just kept going up and up and up, and the thing ran to about 1780. And then out of nowhere, it did this big slingshot, and bam, in 30 minutes, stock got halted. After halted, it went to $40. She's moving again. I mean, and you know what? She's really building an unbelievable foundation right here. And it's in what I call a little bit more of a gap fill right here, which is great. So that stock I'm also quite excited of going into this morning too. So hopefully everybody here that was here this morning saw all those stocks. And then one other great stock. This actually was a great one though. This one right here, the CEMI. This one was absolutely unbelievable easy. I mean, listen, there are stocks, and I know some of you here new here at Cyber Trade University that are trial members. You're like, this is a little fast. Listen, we trade fast moving stocks and we do trade slow moving stocks. But the CEME was just great. Around 10 o'clock, it had a really nice push because once it broke this resistance levels right here around 430, look what it just did. It ran to 450, did a shake, ran to 475, did a shake, just kept breaking all-time highs, higher highs. Then it started getting a little more volatile when it started getting past the $6. You could see it did a nasty shake, and boom, that thing ricocheted to 7, all the way up until 11 o'clock, in the morning. That's what day trading is all about. By the way, the IGC, a 73,000 share iceberg order just came out there. I just want to point that out right here. You can see them right here. The biggest thing that we teach here is following the big money. So 424 looks like a pretty substantial resistance levels. There was this big guy that got filled in here, but that is pretty big right there. And we all know, I did a webinar last night, and we had a great crowd last night. We haven't done a night webinar in about maybe 6 months to a year, and I can't believe the interest that was out there. We had hundreds and hundreds of people there, and we have a lot of new people that says, you know what? They all want it. A lot of people could have come in trials. So listen, if you're logged in this morning or you knew, by the way, that guy at 25 is getting hit. You just added to. We'll come back to it in a minute. But just look, listen, and learn. Because when you talk about the big money, that's what it's all about. Now, We got these. Those are the two stocks that we pretty much traded. And then we had one more stock I want to bring up, the AEHR, which was unbelievable in the close. So this stock just built this great little Fausto flag right here. And let me just bring this up a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about. It's a little bit better chart right here. So this stock right around 315, she just popped out of 660, took off to about 7, ran all the way to about 820. This thing was unbelievable. And then I got a little, then it kind of like died out after 8, right after 330. She kind of did all these stupid shakes right here, and so on. But this was the big run right here. This was the big, beautiful run. Anyway, great day yesterday, but it's over. It's over. And guess what? It's a new page. There's always a new chapter and a new day when it comes to Cybertrade University. And let's go through the watch list and see what's moving this morning. Now, when today at 12 o'clock, I'm going to do another open house for all the people that missed yesterday. And it's nice to come live because at least you could ask some questions. I could show you some questions. I get people ask questions all the time. So, watching a recording's one thing, but if you can be there live, but one of the big questions people ask me is, how do you find these stocks? So I'm not here to do a class, and you Cyber Group members, where it is, but we just go through the big percentage gainers, and there's a lot of them. And because we've been doing this for a long time, we really pretty much had to limit it, almost get rid of 95% of them. So the ones that are on the list is I'm going to start once again is the IGC, which is obviously the biggest percentage gainer on the New York Stock Exchange, which is very rare because we rarely find big gainers in New York. They're always on the NASDAQ. So this one, obviously, great runner, great winner. I'm keeping an eye on that big seller. It looks like he's getting tested right here a few times. You could see him right there. I'm going to zoom in over here. You could see the guys right there for 78,000. There's another 22,000. He got hit. He backed off. He hit again. So somebody's selling a big block out there. So I want to keep a close eye on that. But you could see how it kind of tested it. And you know what? You could have seen him out there as it went up. Boom, when it went up there. But it looks like he's getting hit. Looks like, I feel like it's going to break it. But all right, but let's look at some other stocks out there. We already know about that one. Some of you are already doing great on that one. For all the advanced traders, some guys have been trading her for a while. You got the NURO again. That's going back on the watch list. Boom, look at that. She just made a big pop right at 930. I knew that thing was going to go up. Like I just said, it had a little bit of a shake. It was in uncharted territories, and its stock is breaking out. This stock also up 13%. This stock is definitely going to be a big one. But, guys, fellow traders, if you're not a level 5 trader, stay away from this stock. Sometimes these brokerage firms will lock you out too because the volatility is in so much. You saw what happened yesterday. It got halted over and over and over again. So, but you got to be advanced. You got to know how to deal with a stock like that. And if you're not one of our advanced traders, stay away from it. Listen, there's so much out there. There's just so much out there. So don't worry about it. FRSX. This one, I put it on the B list. It just had a really nice pop. She just backed off. I thought it was going to look pretty good. I found it earlier this morning around 8:45. She went up nice, 8:30. She ran to 450. She backed off. Don't really like that when it's something like that goes into the open. That's not really, you don't want to really see that too much. So I'm going to put that on the B list. Another stock that's getting crushed right now is MCRB. Okay, this stock just got hammered. Okay, look at that. You thought this stock is literally down 55%. It reminds me a little bit about this stock, ARDX. This stock, remember, we traded the other day. It was at $7. Look, it already went down to $1.90. So listen, guys, be careful of these stocks that get crushed. Okay, some people are like, oh, maybe I know we like to capitalize on someone else's catastrophe. But just to tell you a little experience, sometimes when you're dealing with these pharmaceutical stocks, sometimes they don't come back, okay? Sometimes they seem to go bankrupt. So don't be kidding. Don't fool around a little bit and think like, oh, you know what, maybe it'll come back. Sometimes they don't, all right? You might get a little bit of a slingshot on a stock like this, in the open. We did see that it happened with ARDX when we did trade it. When it gapped down, it went up to about 14 to 17 cents, but it just came right back down to $1.90. So listen, you can see this stock's trending down. It did do a little bit of a little bit of an uptrend right here, but she came right back down. You know what I mean? So as long as we're building big support levels, one thing, and another thing, just to let you know, volume is awfully light. For stock to be down almost 60% and only 1 million shares traded, listen, IGC traded 56 million shares. Okay. 56 million. Big difference. What else do I have? A couple of small ones I put on a watch list because a couple of long shots that I kind of showed up on my list. The PRFX gapped up huge, went from like $3.50 to $9, and now it's kind of holding some support levels here. It's up 54%, but it was up a hell of a lot more than that. It was up almost 100%. Sometimes you'll see these things come back, just like the that's why I threw the FRSX on there. And then also the CEME stock is on a downtrend. It was up a little bit. It tried to gap up, but if you go back 2 days, which is like yesterday's, we got some support levels right here. If it does break this 5, see you later. Probably gonna go way down to 4. Okay, so we don't want to make but it looks like it's making lower lows. Not really good, but if it holds here at 5, you might get a little bit of a bounce. Now, once again, we always get new stocks that pop up. Listen, I know everyone loves talking about AMC. That was great yesterday. Everybody was talking about space yesterday. That did really well. I did pretty well on, some of the cruise stocks yesterday. Airlines did great yesterday. I mean, you could see Carnival had a really nice move, 21 to 23. So if we have all those people out there that are discriminating against cheap stocks. I had one guy yesterday tell me, he's like, why are you sticking with $5 to $10 stocks? I'm like, well, why would I stick with a $50 stock? If I'm looking to make 500 a day, I'd rather risk 5,000 versus 50,000. He goes, that makes sense. I'm a shareholder, but I'm only a shareholder for, maybe a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? We're only here to make money, and remember that. Now we got about a couple of minutes. We got about 15 minutes before the market opens up. I got one trader in YouTube is telling me about eyes. Yeah, you know what? I saw that stock this morning, and it had a really nice gap up, but she's starting to trend down too. So kind of turned me off. Now, some of you remember we traded this stock in March. This stock was one of also those big winners that we traded, that we found. That stock literally not only was a day trade, it was a short-term swing trade. It ran from $1.40, and yeah, in 3 days it was already up at $20. Okay, but you could see how it dwindled down. And this is where people get themselves caught. They look at this stock, they own it at 9, they run it down. This is amateurs. Don't get caught in these games. These are big short squeezes. We know how to capture them. We know how to watch them. We see them all day on level 3, level 4. And that's why you got to be, that's why you got to know how to play the game. But a lot of money to be made. Tina's bringing up Mara. Okay, let me bring up that stock right there. The MRIN. It was good yesterday, Tina. It was a great move. That was a great runner-up also. And don't harp on this. This reminds me of like Newegg that we traded, $1.50 stock. It was a great day trade. It was just a nice little run-up, ran to 27. Let me bring up Newegg. Newegg, everybody remembers this one too. We traded this one and went from $10, and it was a great swing trade. Ran to 19, literally ran all the way up to about almost $80. Okay, so the point I'm getting to is there's always going to be new ones out there. There's always going to be new ones out there. I mean, I can go on and on. ALF is another one. That one ran from 2 to 20. Was a CMI. I remember that one. That was just the other day. It ran from 2 to 7. So listen, just don't get too crazy on these stocks. Make your days pay. Don't worry about how high they go. Just focus on it. And listen, sometimes you'll get lucky, and it's all about being in the right place at the right time. They take off, but just don't get cocky because we know they do come back. All right, we know they do. They will come down pretty hard. All right, cyber traders. I'll see you back. Don't forget, 12 o'clock today. Please go out there, share us, friend us, tell your friends about us. Tell them about. Listen, learn how to play the game. There's a big comeback in day trading. People got scared back in 2000. I remember back then. I mean, geez, I'm showing my age, right? 21 years we're talking about. We saw what happened in financial crisis. We saw it in COVID. You got to learn how to understand what's happening over the course of the day if you want to be a good option trader or swing trader. So just be careful. And if you're new here, make sure you talk to education advisor. We do not let anybody in the trading room until you talk to them, because we want to explain to you and show you, number one, show you the customer service and our professionalism, and most importantly, show you what you're looking at so you're not confused. All right, so we'll see you back at 12 o'clock. All right, guys, happy trading. We'll be back here on YouTube, Facebook Live at 2 o'clock. Cyber traders will start commentating, obviously, right at 9:30. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading, and be safe.